we need to talk. And this conversation is it's not for my Xbox people out there. This is for just between me and my Sony crew, my Sony brothers and my Sony sisters. We were waiting for a response, right? We have an official response from Sony today. Well, it was like at 2:00 in the morning. I was at work, and basically they said, hopefully, we want Activision. They didn't say. I don't think they mentioned Activision Blizzard. I believe it's just Activision. We want Activision to stick to their contracts, and it is okay, Sony. That's not the response we wanted, but I'll just angle this way. You had a contract with Bethesda, that's right. That's how we got Ghostwire Tokyo. And what happens after that contract runs out with Activision? Because everybody's going to abide by the contract that they signed. I don't believe Phil Spencer is going to do anything negative like that. To go to court over a contract. I think Phil Spencer is going to honor that contract. Right? Most 99.9% Phil Spencer will honor the contract, right? He did with Bethesda, so why would I think about, this is different with Activision? My thing of it is, though, it's like you got your clock cleaned and you didn't know what to say, so you just made a general statement. You put it out there so it can hush and quell some people. It's not going to quell people like me, right? It's not going to silence people like me, that statement. And I only reason why I say that, because the narrative is that Call of Duty is on Xbox now. That's a foregone conclusion. I told you, Jersey. Shout out to Jersey's Finest too. His channel link will be in the description, right? But the public perception, people don't know. Perception is everything, right? Sony lost $20 billion the other day because the public perceived that Call of Duty will no longer be on PlayStation. A litany of games will no longer be on PlayStation. That's what the public perceives. The market is already scared. The market is always scared. Somebody says something, Elon Musk smokes a joint on Joe Rogan, stocks go down, right? The market is always going to be scared. But that's the public perception, Sony. That's what I tried to tell you. It's about the narrative. I'm not fluent in gaming business, but I'm fluent in media. It's in my brand name. I've been doing this a while now, not just with this YouTube channel. This is brand new to me, but the concept of public perception, controlling the narrative, having spin. This is what we've been dealing with our whole life. If you've been watching news and sports and stuff like that, the public perceives that Sony lost Call of Duty. Now, I've been hearing you guys talk about God of War 2018 on PC, how it looks better. That doesn't matter. You guys say, well, I seen a thread the other day where you think we're going to stop buying PlayStation because of Activision. All the games from Activision are gone. Some people might. And that's going to hurt the brand of Sony. Right? Another thing. They said Activision, not Activision Blizzard, right? They need that Activision money. You think Sony is willing to lose that revenue? Just say the contract is at the end. We're on the sunset of the contract. You think Sony actually wants to lose Activision money? What are they going to do to replace it? Because you think that Activision is just going to, somebody's just going to fill the hole of Activision? That has to be planned out. This is a ringer. Sony had their clock cleaned the other day. Why don't people want to understand that? And then I read the comment section. Yes, I read the comments. I just don't like stuff. I read the comments yesterday, and you guys were sitting there arguing. Microsoft fans arguing with PlayStation fans. PlayStation fans, admit to take the L. Hold the L. I'll hold the L too. I'll hold it with you. We have the L together. And it doesn't stand for love. Trust me. I will hold the L as a PlayStation fan, but I'm not going to sit here in somebody's comment section talking about, it doesn't matter. It does matter because we are selfish. Human beings are selfish. So it doesn't matter to you. but it matters to everybody else. That's why we needed to talk. We have to come to the realization that Microsoft is becoming a powerhouse. Now, my man King Thrash said, are they creating games or are they buying games? If I told you we left at the same time, but we took different routes, and it took me 5 minutes later to get there than you, we're still going to reach the same point: making games and making money. It doesn't matter if they're actually creating games or if they're buying games. It's still games at the end of the day, and we're gamers. So from when I hear people like King Thrash, I hear people like Rome Rush, I hear people that say this acquisition doesn't matter. In the long term, it definitely does. In the short term, Horizon's Forbidden West is coming out next month, so this should hush a lot of us up, and I shouldn't see a lot of you in spaces talking about nothing, right? But at the same time, man, that contract runs out. What you gonna do? It's tick, 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 tick. What are we going to do? It's not we anymore. It's what are you going to do? Because obviously you guys can't be happy for Microsoft. You guys can't be logical thinkers. It sounds like a bunch of delusion. It sounds like a bunch of fanboyism. It doesn't sound like cohesiveness. It doesn't sound like when I read your comments, it's not a cohesive sentence. It's not cohesive statements anymore. It's just beating the drums for fanboys. It's beating the drums. And we have to start realizing at the end of the day, these are corporations. The console war is between them two, not between us men or between us women. We're supposed to enjoy games. And I don't care where I got to play them at. If I got to go to Xbox to play them, if I got to go to Sony to play them, if I got to go to Nintendo to play them, that's where I'm going. Build it, they will come. I don't understand anymore when I look at people's comments. I read people's Reddit threads, I read people's tweets and stuff like that. It hurts to say, but I prefer the Xbox community. Yeah, they had their day in the sun, so they was bragging. Just like if you win a championship, you get a whole year of bragging rights. That's fine. Let them brag. Let them have their day. But I'd rather be with the Xbox community because they're not delusional. All right? When we were down there, when they was on the floor rolling over, we were kicking them in the ribs, talking about you ain't got no games, you ain't got no games, you ain't got no games. They sat there and took it. But soon as we're down on the ground and we're getting kicked in the ribs, we can't handle it. That's what happens when you've been on top for too long. That's what happens when you have no reality checks. And this is why I needed to talk to y'all, man, because it's starting to hurt my feelings that I see a lot of Sony fans and they're pom-pomming for a corporation that doesn't send you no paychecks. They don't put food on your table. And you talking about Sony's the best. No, the best is where the games is at. That's where I don't give a damn if we had to play on Sega Saturn anymore. They relaunched Sega Saturn and we had to play on the Sega. It doesn't matter. I'm playing it. This is a conversation that needed to be had. Shout out to my man Jersey Finest, man. I told you. Call of Duty, after this contract with Activision is up with Sony, Call of Duty is going exclusive. And you shouldn't doubt it anymore. Did you hear Sony's statement? They're wishing, we need, hopefully they stand by the contract we signed. That means we have no answer to what just happened. That means we just got a concussion. This is Ralph Angel reporting from Cloud Data Media, man. This is a sad day in Sony history for a lot of us. Congratulations, Xbox. Deuces.